Hey guys, Zul'jin here, and welcome to Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation, a Dungeons & Dragons board game, video game. I streamed this for like 3 hours the other day on my Twitch channel, and I really enjoyed it, and I figured I would show you guys a little bit about the game. I'm going to go ahead and set resume here because I've already unlocked a bunch of stuff, so I could show you a few features of the game. So, you have 4 characters to choose from, and you can play all 4 of these characters at a time once you unlock the slots to play with extra party members. You start off on the map around here. This is the tutorial section that I didn't really do because I did it before, and these are the main quest lines. There's also a bunch of side quests. The skulls mark what I've already done. The exclamation points mark what I haven't done. All of these characters you can play and you can upgrade as you go with these little crafting things, but we'll get into that a little bit later. First, I just want to show you the gameplay and a little bit of how it works. Let's just do a, I think I'm going to do like a little skirmish scenario right here. Let's see, this one should be pretty easy. Okay, so the objective for this one is exploration. You can click on each one of these and it shows you a little bit about what's going on. Find the great ape and eliminate it. Actually, this was a pretty fun one, and this one I only did a couple scenarios ago, so I think I'm just going to show you guys this one. There's 3 levels of difficulty you can choose from to give you more and more experience, as well as rewards that we'll get into in the first place too. But let's just go normal here, just so I can show you guys the gameplay without that much pressure. So there's the 4 character slots down here that you have to unlock as you go. You can pick any characters that you would like, but when you start off with only 1 slot per thing, you have to actually choose which character that you're going to go with. So we have Asharra, which is the wizard. We have Artus, which is the human ranger. We have Dragonbait, which is the Samurai paladin. I think Sariel. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Samurai. It looks like samurai, but it's the Sariel paladin, I guess. And Birdsong, which is the tabaxi bard. I've never heard of these races. These must be some new races for Dungeons and Dragons. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons long time ago, like 2nd edition. So it's been a while. Anyway, so they have powers that you can select from, and utility spells and dailies, and I'll go a little bit more into detail when we get into the actual battle, which we're going to start right now. I know you guys just want to see the gameplay, and for those of you that want to stick around and get a little bit more detail after the match, I'll actually show you guys a little bit, and I'll explain a little bit as we go too. So, a large ape Jessamine is referring to is a gorillion. They are savage beasts that do not understand the concept of subtlety. We should try to find traces of its passage. So it kind of gives you a little brief idea of what you want. I just rolled initiative, and you'll see that that's based on here. Now, this is healing surges. Basically, when a hero is downed, it'll use a hero surge to get back up. When you're out of hero surges, or healing surges, and a hero tries to get back up from dying, you lose. That's usually how the campaigns go. So it shows you any of your rolls and stuff like that are down here. You have some adrenaline rush scores that you can use to, well, I'll show you that too in just a second. You can actually use it to avoid something called encounters that happens every turn. And you have the hero phases and the villains phases, and these are the 2 actions that you could take: move, action, or next phase. So you could start off, the circle shows what's highlighted here, and we're on our board. So what we want to do is explore to try to find this objective. Find the fallen tree. That's what we're looking for. So we're just going to go from area to area. Now, all of this is procedurally generated as you go, so you really won't know what's what until, well, you get there. So we're just going to go here, and we're going to end our phase. And this is going to open up this side, and it looks like we found a chest. So you can rotate the map any way that you like as well. These are traps. I'm not going to do anything with my mage here because it's actually really hard to really hard to well, now that she has 8 hit, she starts off with 4 hit points, and I'm usually really careful with her because she's my glass cannon. But I recently upgraded some of her stats, some armor and stuff, so that she has some better ideas. I think it's a she. I don't know if it's a she or a he, actually. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just pass with my mage for now. So this is the encounter. Now, when you don't explore a tile, a new tile, with one of your adventures, you get an encounter. So this encounter says, no exploration ambush. Choose a hero with the fewest hit points remaining, and it spawns a monster adjacent to that hero. Now, as you fight, you get these adrenaline rush points. The bard also has the ability to circumvent this with one of their abilities, but you basically pick what you want to interrupt and what you don't. Now, you can use adrenaline to counter this, or you can allow it to happen. Now, this is actually not too bad. There's some much worse ones, and there's a few ones that actually gives you positives too. So I'm gonna just go ahead and allow this to happen. So I got an encounter. This is basically just a monster that just spawned. So now I have to deal with it, but that's fine. So it's the ranger's turn here. I am going to, I think what I'm going to do is just, I want to do two things here. I'm going to explore, and I'm going to shoot him. Oh, I cannot shoot him here? Why is that? I don't know. I mean, I can hit him with my wand of fireballs, but I don't want to do that. Maybe it's because I can hit him with lightning arrow. This is so strange. I don't know why I couldn't just shoot him like that. Well, anyway, I got him. So, I got a recovery from that, and it allows you to recharge one of your powers, which I'm going to do that. That's a passive that he had, okay? So anyway, now that I end my turn, I'm going to explore this tile. That's what these are called, these puzzle tiles, I guess. They're just called tiles, but they look like puzzle pieces. It's kind of neat. All right, so now that I have my samurai, well, my paladin, I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and explore another path. Now, I'm being a little bit fast and loose here. Naturally, if I wanted to protect my mage, I would make sure that each area that I opened up would be... I would block it off, you know, so it couldn't attack the mage and stuff like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and go space. Typically, I use the paladin to open up tiles because what'll happen is the monsters will come and try to attack them as soon as you explore the tile. So I don't usually explore this quickly, but the paladin has the highest AC, so it just makes more sense. AC standing for armor class. For those of you not familiar with the term, that's basically how likely a monster is to hit you. Anyway, we're back on our bard, and we can go and choose to disarm a trap here, or we could just go right through it if that would be the case. But I'm going to try to disarm it for you guys, just so y'all can see. So we're going to go to this space, and we're going to try to disarm it. Fine. Now, that trap could have triggered, which would have done damage to me, or there's a couple of other effects that it has. So now that that's over with, I really wish I had some more action points so I can go to explore the chest, but I can't yet. All right, let's see. The encounter, no exploration, friendly chwinga, whatever that means. An active hero gains the advantage. So, advantage is a buff that you get. So that's the idea of a positive encounter here. Those happen very far and few between. Very few and far between. I'm sorry. All right, so we have the ability to attack over here. What I think I'm going to do here is come down to here. No attacks of opportunity from passing through monster tiles or anything like that. Let's go ahead and acid splash this guy. You can zoom in, by the way, and really see the character details if you want to. So I went ahead and killed him, and now I'm going to end my phase. Alright, so no exploration. Gorillian's Roar. The next monster spawn will either be a Gorillian or a Gorillian zombie. So I can interrupt this, but I don't want to. I want you guys to see the Gorillian. They're actually pretty fun to fight. I'm overpowered for this scenario too, so it shouldn't be that bad. When I first went through this scenario, I didn't have the type of stats and equipment that I have now, so it was pretty rough. Okay, so this ranger has a special ability that's called Pass Without Trace. Artus and the other heroes slip through areas without disturbing their surroundings. Puts Pass Without a Trace on every hero on Artus's tile. Move through enemies and traps for 1 turn. So what I can do here, just to demonstrate, I can go ahead and activate Pass Without Trace. And then I can come... Oh, what? Artus, you didn't go the right way, man. I really wish you can actually could line out a path, but they're just gonna choose whatever they choose. So anyway, it would have demonstrated me being able to go through these things. So a Gorillion just spawned. You are being watched. The closest monster to the active hero gains the advantage. So I'm gonna go ahead and allow that to happen too. I'm saving up my adrenaline for some really bad ones, because I can handle it with it. So the Gorillion charged and it did some damage for me. Now it's time for my Paladin to come in. So my Paladin has quite a few awesome skills for attacking. Swift Strikes allows you to attack adjacent things. Holy Avenger is just his basic attack. These different abilities have categories, I guess you can call it. So I'll explain that right now. At Will allows you to attack every turn with this. So I can use either one of these abilities anytime I'd like throughout the battle, over and over and over again. Utilities, Digging Deep Dragonbait refuses to fail, used instead of a healing surge, regain 1 hit point. So if I were to die with this passive ability, instead of using a healing surge, I would use this and I would only gain 1 hit point, but I would come back to life, so to speak. Shen State is I can enter a unique meditative state allowing him to sense those who mean him harm, prevent the next monster spawn from happening, does not work on villains. So you can kind of prevent monsters from spawning if you're at a dangerous spot or you can't heal yet or something like that. Okay, so this is daily. I can use this once per day. So each time I log into one of these scenarios, I have the ability to use both of these. There's times that you can actually recharge these skills, just like I did with that acid arrow earlier, but that's a little bit random. So right now I can use Blessed Strike and it's going to give me the ability to attack for 3. Now you see how I have attack plus 8, damage 8, and the cost. Right here I have attack plus 10, so that means it's more likely to hit, but the idea that I can only do 2 damage with it is basically what would decide whether I'd kill it or not. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do Blessed Strike here just to take care of it. And it gives everybody advantage too. Now these are items that I picked up throughout the quest, just like that chest that I'm about to get over there. You can pick things up like this: Braces of Defense. While it's in your inventory, you gain 2 armor classes. This is a Ring of Protection that does the same. These are potions that give me hit points so I can heal as I go. And there's no other way to heal. Plus, these are not things that refresh throughout the scenarios. They're things that you carry from scenario to scenario. So if I use both these healing potions right now, next scenario I won't have them again. So anyway, it's Birdman time. I'm gonna go ahead and get oh, actually my Paladin still had a move left. Nice. Alright, now I have a few monsters here. So I did give the developers a little bit of feedback, and I wanted to be able to hover over these monsters and kind of figure out what was going on. You can see what it is in the after it attacks you, like in the dialogue box, but that's about it. All right, so I do have the ability to attack a couple of things right here, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I have the impressive blade work that I can do. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I thought it was the mage's turn. For some reason, I just overlooked that. I guess it's because it was in the same area. So I have this. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the adjacent tile and open it up. So I got a pouch of copper. So copper is one of the resources that you need to be able to craft items, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and go to the next character here. So I got an encounter. Now, because it's her, this is one of her passive abilities, okay? Well, one that I can act. It's an active ability, but it's a daily. No exploration deadfall. Attack the active hero. So this is something that could just outright damage me, all right? I'm going to go ahead and dispel the magic. It's kind of like a trap that I would run into. But this is her daily ability, so she gets it every day. This is like just one of like these, okay? All right, now it's the mage's turn. So I'm gonna go ahead, and the mage has the Melf's Acid Arrow. I have haste. I have mage armor. I have chromatic orb, and I have acid splash. So Attack monsters within 1 tile. Attack 1 monster within 2 tiles. I think I'm going to go ahead and just... I think I'm going to... Well, my chromatic orb is more powerful because I upgraded that recently. So let's just go ahead and move over here. And chromatic orb. And I'll take care of this undead guy. Oh, wow. I actually missed. Alright, that sucked. Very much suck. Alright, active hero each is... what is this? Oh, a meteor shower. Okay, so that's another thing. A meteor shower will just fall on the tile and damage everything. I'm actually going to use my adrenaline on that. So that did not happen. And you get adrenaline from killing things, by the way. So let's just go ahead and finish this guy off. And a critical hit allows you to recharge a utility power. I could do Pass Without Trace. I could recharge it. So they're daily, so I could only use them once per day. But I had the chance to do that because of that crit. And it allowed me to recharge that. So anyway, now I get to move again. I'm going to go ahead and move here so I can unlock this tile. And it looks like there's another chest for me to look after. Alright. Alright, now it's time for the Paladin. So, I have this Swift Strikes that allows me to attack adjacent enemies. I'm going to do that. I can't believe I just missed. I'm not doing too well. Okay, so I got a Potion of Healing from that encounter, which is pretty good. Now I can move again. I think I'm going to. Just to speed this up a little bit, because I don't want the video to last forever. Alright, it looks like I found a raptor, a velociraptor. Spawn a monster on the 2 closest ambush sites. I'm going to go ahead and use my adrenaline to stop that. Alright. So it went after my mage, which has a better armor class than it normally does. So, alright, we're going to move as far as we possibly can here. And I think this is going to be as far as we can move with her. This is actually going to take both my actions. Okay, biting insects. I'm going to stop that as well because that hurts. Sometimes you could dodge stuff like that, but you tend to learn what's what. You know, what you should use adrenaline on and what you shouldn't. And there's a few of them that are just really, really pesky. Okay, so now I have Acid Splash. I'm going to go ahead and try to take this guy out. And wow, man, I am missing today so bad. Let me go ahead and use Mage Armor. I'm going to use my utilities while I can. I'm going to use Haste on the Ranger here. Alright, and now we can move here. I guess that's what I'm going to do, is just move. And I'm going to allow the phase to skip. Alright, no exploration. Spell Strike. A random spell is cast on the tile of an active. So I don't have any adrenaline, or enough adrenaline to use it, so I'm going to have to allow this to happen. And random spell strike sucks. Sometimes they really hurt. So it looks like the encounter deals 2 damage to Artus. So Artus took 2 damage there from a random spell strike, which kind of sucks, but I have healing potions and stuff like that, so that shouldn't be that bad. Alright, so I could do Pass Without Trace here, but it seems like when you land on a tile with Pass Without Trace, it still hurts you. So I'm going to try to just... oh no, and I triggered the trap. Well, that's not good. Let's see here. So I went ahead. I did trigger the trap, which I did a point of damage to. Now, I could use this Potion of Healing, but I don't think I'm going to need to. I just need to keep Artus out the way. Because, like I said, these do not replenish. You have to find them, so I'm pretty careful with them. And there's no actual healing ability. Now, these come back every time healing surges, so you could use those to your advantage. Instead of using a healing item, for instance, you can let a character die, knowing that you'll easily beat the scenario and allow your character to be revived. So let's see. No exploration, friendly swing. All active heroes gain an advantage. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So Paladin's turn again. You know, I am going to... Let's go ahead and attack this guy. Alright, we got rid of that. Pouch of copper. And we're going to move into this tile so that we can find it. We're still looking for that tree. Ah, here it is, the Great Ape. We found it. So this is basically the same monster that we found earlier, except naturally it has much more hit points. By the gods, the beast is enormous. Jessamine better appreciate this. Alright, and it spawned a couple of ads. So remember that ability that said this would prevent monster spawns? Except for villain monsters? Well, that if the villain would spawn more monsters, you can't prevent those from spawning because it's part of the boss encounter, if that makes any sense. Alright, so we're going to move our hero in. Let's see what I could do here. I could do poison darts. I think that's what I'm going to do here. Poison darts. Alright, I did a little point of damage there. Let's go ahead and move to the next hero. Looks like I revealed that tile. I didn't even realize I would. Consume 1 adrenaline to interrupt. This is biting insects. I'm going to use adrenaline to stop that. So the paladin is face tanking this, which is good because he's the one with the AC. Alright, now I have the ability to use a few things here. Melf's Acid Arrow can do 4 damage. And I think that's a really, really good thing to do here. After that, I'd probably move into Chromatic Orb range. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use that. Now I did poison damage to him, which is really, really good. Now, granted, defeat the Great Ape is what the objective is. So if I defeat the Great Ape, that's it. Scenario's over. It ends very abruptly. It doesn't even allow you to continue, which is something else I should have gave the developer feedback on. So now I have the ability to... I could just get away if I wanted to, but I don't think so. She's at full health or whatever. Granted, if this mage would only have 4 hit points like I used to, I would probably get the hell out of dodge. Let's skip. Alright, encounter, so I don't have anything. Each hero on the active tile gains disadvantage. This ain't cool. So I get disadvantage through this random encounter, which kind of sucks. So the poison is working as intended. Alright, so I have the ability to get in there and possibly do some damage here. I think I might be able to hit him with my arrow or one of my spells with my ranger. I'm gonna go for it. Alright, so I have lightning arrow, I have ice storm. I think I'm gonna use ice storm here and try to attack, try to hit all of them. There we go, baby. Nice, I did 2 damage to that guy. It didn't look like I did any to the other guy. And he has 2 hit points left. I'm not going to use a healing potion. I'm going to depend on surges here. I'm going to take a chance. Let's see. Attack and stun an active hero. That ain't no good. Wow. So that just goes to show you what an encounter can do when you don't have adrenaline. Alright, at the start of Dragonbait's hero phase, you may end 1 condition on Dragonbait before he activates, so I can take this disadvantage away from me. Now granted, you can see what all of these things do, like this disadvantage, for instance, rolls 2 dice and takes the worst result. There's also +1 armor because I used that mage armor earlier. So we're back here with this. Now I used Blessed Strike already, so I don't have that ability, but I do have the ability to attack adjacent targets with Swift Strike. So I'm going to try to do that twice, and I missed him both times. That actually sucks. That sucks, man. Alright, we're going to go ahead and skip. Each hero takes damage equal to the number of monsters he or she controls. I mean, I don't control any monsters, I don't think. Oh, wow, apparently. Oh, is that because there was maybe the amount of monsters that I have local to me? Alright. We're getting in a little bit of trouble here. Big time. Alright, we have the board available. Let's just try to attack, man. Let's try to attack here. Impressive Blade Work only does 2 damage, but it has the best hit modifier available, so I'm going to use it. Alright. It gave it a disadvantage too. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and skip. Spawn a new monster. Oh, wow. This is pretty ugly, man. Wow. It's getting pretty nasty. Okay. Chromatic orb, man. Oh my god, I can't believe I missed. Jeez, this is looking bad, you guys. Looking bad. Alright, closest monster gains advantage. Damn. Not really good. Oh, and the paladin's down. Okay, so I have the ability to get back up with the paladin. Alright, so we got up. We have Cone of Cold. We can use it. Come on, baby. I recovered a skill. And I got a heal. I'm recovering Ice Storm, definitely. Alright. And yeah, that's it. I thought for some reason it was going to hit the ape too, but maybe I just overlooked something. Each hero on adjacent tile takes damage. That ain't good. Wow. That was a hard hit. That was a hard hit. Okay. Last stand for the paladin. Okay, we're up, baby. We're up. So I'm going to use a heal spell here. Now, this does not take a turn from me or anything. It just gives me some hit points back. We're going to move in. And we're going to attack. Let me just try. There we go. One more, baby. Oh, no. So close. So close. All right. Nothing happens on my counter. Thankfully. Okay, villain phase. Potentially pretty dangerous right here. Alright, hero phase. Come on, let's do it, man. Poison darts. All I need is 1 damage. Come on, baby. You can do it. Nothing happens. Thankfully, these encounters are being merciful right now. Alright. That killed me. Alright. Acid Splash. Oh my god, the misses. The misses are unbelievable. Alright. A die is rolled, an 18 or higher lose a healing surge. No, I can't allow that to happen. That's an idea of something that you really want to have adrenaline ready for, because this healing surges, that's all you got. That's what determines whether your heroes continue or if the scenario's over. So we're gonna interrupt that for sure. All right, I have my Ice Storm back, so I'm gonna use it. What? Why can I use it? Okay, wait. Maybe I can move here? Ice Storm. I don't know why it won't allow me to use it. I could use my wand of fireballs. So this gives me a pretty good chance to attack. Maybe I'll just attack. Beautiful. Okay, and I got a potion of healing from that. Amazing. I knew you had what it took to take down monsters, creatures like that. So that gives you an idea of how the scenarios can progress. Granted, I did rush a little bit. Naturally, I would be a little bit more tactical with other things, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys the scenario. Even though it wasn't supposed to be much pressure, we still did get a lot of pressure. Okay, so you get chests for rewards, and these are all the type of things that you get, which are crafting components. So all of these can be used to create things to upgrade your heroes with. You also get experience as you go. So you get level ups, you receive chests from level ups, which also give you those type of things. And we can go back to map and I'll show you a little bit about the crafting. So it kind of gives you some quest follow-up. Here's what you can look forward to on the quest. Upcoming rewards at level 15, you will be awarded an uncommon chest. So let's take a look at the crafting here. So all of the basically the crafting components that we were looking at were color-coded. So there is gray, green, blue, purple, and orange. So if I wanted to craft this steel longsword, for instance, all of the crafting components that I would need would be green or lower. Okay, so they wouldn't need any blue crafting components or anything like that. So as you go and you get chests and you complete scenarios, which you can redo, by the way, so you can grind out crafting materials if you want to. You get different items, and these things will give it. So remember that steel longsword ability I had? That was the first attack that I did, okay? So the main weapon attack and the secondary weapon attack is basically what you you get buffs for, okay? So, made thinner than most longswords, this weapon can cut through relatively large tree in a single blow. So, it gives your at-will powers +2. So remember how I showed you daily and utility and at-will? At-will was the first two powers on the left, like the sword swings that you can use infinitely. So this gives you bonuses to those at-will powers. Now, this gives at-will powers 3, 4, 5. If I went to secondary weapons, it would show that this gives daily powers, okay? So that gives my daily powers more strength. The armor would actually give me armor, class, and hit points. That's what I used on my mage to increase that. So if I looked right here, I have 56 of the leather in stock, 154 of the stone in stock, and 217 of the quartz in stock. So I can upgrade him really quick with scale mail. But some of the things you kind of want to save, some of the crafting ingredients, you know. So it really all depends on what you need. My paladin doesn't really need any help right now, so some of those things might go for something that I need more. You also have accessories that increase utility power usages. You also have your character's inventory. Now, these are the things that I've been collecting the whole time. So you can scrap things that you find for extras to give you more crafting components as well. So it kind of shows what your general is, and you can go to character, you can go to the crafting material inventory, and you can see everything that you have here as well. So it's really rewarding to go through. When I went through with my mage, for instance, I really needed some armor for him. So I crafted and saved for this Elder Raiment, and I got 2 armor class and 2 hit points. So he's a lot better off than he was at first with that. I actually gave him a main weapon addition and a secondary weapon addition too, because I felt like he needed the most help. So I've been kind of prioritizing a resource for the mage and stuff. Next is probably going to be my... I would love to get armor for the ranger as well. But next is probably going to be my bard, because I really think she is the weakest right now. So I think crafting some armor, secondary weapons, and primary weapons would probably help her out. Go into the inventory of all these characters. When I receive stuff, I can scrap it. And I don't have anything to show. Well, I can scrap this to give you an idea of what it is. So I have been seeing, I really don't use all these. These reveal all trap tiles on your hero's tile. Sometimes you get hit by a trap, but it's not a real big deal from what I've seen. Maybe they are later, but I've got plenty of these. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap this, and it'll show you I get 12 bronze for it, 8 owlbear leather. So I got some uncommon items, some uncommon crafting components for that. And that's basically all the mechanics of the game. I gave the developer a little bit of feedback about possibly giving those screens combined. So when I go to the crafting screen, I would like to be able to look at my hero's ability. And you can't look at your hero's ability from this screen. You actually have to go to a scenario already. You know, I can start the quest, and now I can look at the hero's screen. So if I wanted to see what my paladin's at-will attacks were, Swift Strike and Holy Avenger. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it was. So now I would have to go back to the crafting menu here and go to select the steel longsword if I wanted to give those at-will powers +2. So that was one of the things of feedback I had. Then in battle, I would like a little bit more of the UI, like when you go over to monsters and stuff, and it, like the ape, for instance, that was something that was our objective. But what if it says kill 5 undead? Because that's a regular scenario objective, right? the Velociraptor, even though it's obvious it's a raptor, it doesn't say whether it's undead or not. And there's some monsters that are much more questionable, so I didn't know if it was undead or not. So being able to hover over those monsters to figure out what it is, it doesn't have to give you stats or anything. It doesn't have to reveal any information to you. More than just the name or the monster type for the objective purposes. So other than that, I think the game is really, really good. Right now, it's on Steam, and it's actually on sale, too, for... let me look really quick at this. I want to see. Right now, it's 15% off at $13.59, and the game retails at $15.99. So I thought it was a really, really good price for what the game is. There's a lot of replayability in it, and there's a ton of... I mean, there's a ton of things that you can do. As you can see, the map goes on forever. I played for 3 hours the other day and got this far, and there's a whole lot left to do. And I imagine there's going to be all sorts of content coming out for it. But anyway, you guys, that is Tales of Candlekeep. Tomb of Annihilation. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're interested, I got a bunch of links in the description below. I've been streaming daily, things like this and Elite Dangerous and Ark and other new games. So if you guys are interested in following me on my Twitch, you could do that with the link below. It's twitch.tv/Zul'jin. All of my VODs have been going to my second YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Zul'jinTV. And you can follow me those so you don't miss any of my live stream content. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it. Thanks so much for watching. This is Zul'jin signing off, and we'll see you next time.